It is today's leadoff question with Brooke Parham, one of the student athletes for the Andover volleyball team. Brooke, where is your favorite place to play besides your home court?
I would have to say our across town rivals. We play Central at home a few times a season, and it's always really fun because they always have a big student section, and there's always a lot of energy, and it's just a great competition whenever we're there. So I love playing there.
Have you performed well there?
We've been there multiple times. We've had it where it hasn't gone our way, but we've also had some great wins, and it feels amazing, especially being on their court and winning.
Do you remember any specific highlights from those matches?
Yeah, a few times. We had some big hitters when I was a freshman, and we had a big student section. They were definitely like going back and forth, and I just remember getting a kill and everyone just going really loud and being crazy about it. That's always really fun to experience.
What's it like going on the road for you, even especially some environments that may be a little bit more hostile? Like, what is that like for you when you're on the road?
Going on the road is definitely a lot more focused. We just want to make sure that we go in and take care of business no matter where we're going. So it's definitely a lot more focused environment, I would say, and just like opportunity to be in a new spot and still showcase our talents, I think is definitely like a great thing for us to be able to do.
Do you ever catch yourself just kind of looking around, maybe the court or the gym, maybe during a timeout or in between sets? Like, do you ever catch yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Being in all new places, like it's definitely a lot of schools are way different than ours. So depending on even just like last week we played at Salina South and their courts have like basketball goals up on the ceiling, stuff like that. So definitely catch myself looking around, just seeing like what's way different about the gym and just like how much space we'll have to move around and get the ball and stuff like that.
That is Brooke Parham with Andover Volleyball with our leadoff question. It is today's leadoff question on Kansas Sports Chatter, joined with Camille Avila, a member of the Andover volleyball team. Camille, what's your favorite place to play at besides your home court?
I would probably say state tournament, definitely. That's probably the best I played. So that's my favorite other than my home court.
What stood out about that facility that you enjoyed so much?
I think because there's so many teams playing at one time and everyone's parents and family members and friends and student sections are there supporting us. I think that, and definitely like trying to get ahead so we can move on to the second day. I think that's what caught my eye.
Do you remember any specific highlights from that match?
I think my favorite one was whenever we were playing St. James first set last year. It was our first game of the day. And even though it didn't go our way, I think we were doing pretty good against them because they are a pretty tough team. And I remember like we were down by a couple of points and everyone was like stressed out. And I remember getting a kill and everyone was just really excited. And it was just very fun. Playing against good teams is what gets us pumped up.
I know the court and the height of the net are the same dimensions anywhere you go, but when you're on a different stage like that, does it feel different when you're on the road on a big stage like that?
It definitely feels different, but it makes me play better. I don't know why. It just makes me like stand out more, and it just makes me want to play even harder and more confident.
What's that mentality like for you when you do go on the road? How do you keep your focus?
I think my focus is definitely listening to music and locking in before. Obviously, say a little prayer before, and in a huddle, we also say prayer before we start playing. Another way I keep my focus is just like this point mentality. Doesn't go our way, then move on to the next one and just keep building our momentum.
Do you ever catch yourself just kind of looking around wherever you're going on the road and like maybe in between timeouts or between sets? Do you ever catch yourself just looking around the crowd?
Yeah, I do all the time. I like looking around all the time everywhere. So it's like I'm paying attention to what's being said, but I'm always looking around to see like what's new, what's different, what everyone is saying, all the sounds.
That is Camille Avila, one of the members of the Andover volleyball team with today's leadoff question.